Have you ever seen a wooden chair in Block C boys' hostel? This old wooden chair is believed to belong to an old man's spirit, also known as Dato. This Dato has kept and watchful eyes for his residents and protect them from evil spirits. This old man's spirit has been spotted by the residents several times. They have said he looked old and in a white attire with white songkok. So we believe this old man spirit is placed here for the protection of the residents. But the question is, why in this particular block?
Thousands of students study in UNISEL, but how many people know that C block has the most haunted block in the boys' hostel? The block that we are about to explore has a fascinating history. It was once believed that malevolent spirits tormented by its residents. Hence, the students started to file a complaint to the residential about the experiences and the incidents that they have faced. But sadly, the residential couldn't settle the problem. So what they have done is, they bring a Dato as a guard to solve the problem. Now, let's hear about one of an incident faced by a senior in UNISEL.
So I've been here since 2018. There's a lot of things to share, but regarding the Dato check, Kurusi Dato.
Yeah.
So the Kurusi Dato, okay, during my sister, she was an ex-student, she's an alumni of UNISEL, so she have told me a few stories, but I never, I just took it by the Chinese things. I don't really trust ghosts about stuff. But when I came here, things were different. You asked for Dato, Kurusi Dato, is it? Okay, this Kurusi Dato, you can see C2, ground floor, near the water dispenser there. You can see the old chair there, not the ordinary chair, not the we use for hostel ones, no. It's an old chair. They actually, okay, what the management did was they called in the ustad or whatsoever. They tried to, invite another should I use identity? Entity, yeah, entity. Entity called Dato. They called him to guard this particular block because the C2, C3, C4 and C5 is beside forest area compared to other blocks. In particular, this C is close to forest. Okay. So whoever stays at C block, they will always experience some supernatural things. People come and knock the door, etc. Some they feel someone is walking in the house. Even a lot of complaint before this. So the management took a very efficient way to bring in the entity called Dato. How we know he is the one? Okay, one of the students, he's my senior. He was an electrical engineer too. He said, okay, I left my charger at C2 fourth floor. I don't know which unit. So he went and then it was late night actually. He went up to the block. He opened the door and when he had got the charger, he locked back and then he got down and then he almost want to leave that area C2. He heard someone say, bye bye Chuchu. And then he was so scared and then he didn't even look back and then he just said, okay Ato. He just said bye Ato. He just left that place. After that, he was so scared, he got fever and then we felt something fishy. No, this is not right. When we clarify this situation with our management, especially with the hostel residence office, that they said yes, there are some places restricted area. Some students, some of the seniors, they have said they've seen a very old guy with a white so-called sitting there. Okay, he guards this area. He's just doing his duty. Just don't go do stupid stuff until he gets mad or whatever. Okay. Usually, these Malay people used to say this. Bagi orang dengan tepat, buat orang yang elok. So that's the thing.
Are you a person who will not wash your legs before entering a house in the late night? Do you know there's a belief among some religions that washing your legs often before entering a house at late night is essential? There's a strong belief that washing your legs before entering a house will not carry any germs into your house, not only to avoid any germs into your house, but hence it's also not to attract any negative energies or evil forces to follow you in the house through your unclean feet. Let's now look into an incident which very related to the belief.
Are ghosts real? Everyone has divided thoughts and opinions on this question. But some stories and experiences are way too scary to deny. If you ever lived in a hostel, you must have heard some silly rumors or urban legend around your college. But not all of them are just a rumor. Here are the horrifying story by UNISEL student that will send you chill down your spine. This story about Arif. Arif, who lives in a hostel, room 307. That room was supposedly haunted. And unfortunately, Arif didn't realize that. In his first month, Arif heard some weird noise and it was calling by negative spirits with a classic horror looks. But he didn't acknowledge that and he just ignored. And it keep tracking, or how you say, it keep hunting him. Until the one day, Arif felt one kind. Arif just felt sometimes very relieved, but he didn't know. At the one day, the soul stared back him, thought in a dead eyes, and said, "Knock, knock."
The story happened in our second semester. Arif and I got the same room, which is room 307. One day, Arif seemed so tired. He wanted to go to the vending machine to get cold water. When he wanted to go out from the room, he woke me up and informed me that he's going to buy some drinks from the vending machine. When he went to the vending machine, the moment he reached the vending machine, he heard one female voice keep whispering his name behind him. The moment he felt very scared, but when he turned around to check who's calling his name, there's no one there. In that moment, he felt he was surrounded by a negative energy, or I don't know what he was. After hearing the sound, he rushed to the room and he locked the door. After reaching the room, he felt the room was also surrounded by a negative energy. But then he slowly went to my bed and started to tell me the incident. But that was very weird for me because I was in the kitchen making coffee for myself and I heard Arif was talking to someone and I went toward him. We were in shock. There was someone on my bed and Arif thought it was me. When Arif pulled the blanket to see there was no one inside. At the night we realized we were not the only one living there. there was some uninvited spirit staying with us. On the next day, we immediately went to the college management and asked them to change our room, and we were both out of the room. Until now, we are still traumatized by the event.